What's up, everybody? This is Erzio99, and we'll be covering the next mission. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to be flying into a bit of a disturbance, and we're doing it to test our use of afterburners. Thankfully, we have afterburners, and we know how to use them. So,
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
alright, you should see an asteroid station. Head to that as quick as you can. The air surrounding it will be dangerous. Once you make it to the station, you'll be safe. That's totally reassuring. Time to hoof it. You can see I'm taking a little bit of damage. World's shortest mission. Not quite, but definitely one of the easiest.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. Next mission. Okay, weapon of choice. Now this is kind of funny. They don't really cover Caldari missiles very much in the tutorials at all. Okay. Now they gave us a civilian missile launcher but the geniuses didn't bother to give us a ship that uses missiles. Genius. So, what to do, what to do. I might be able to do this in the noob ship. Yes, it has civilian rocket launcher slots too. Well, I just happen to have 100 light missiles with me. Guess we'll find out real fast how tough this guy is. Because I'm just going with the light missile launcher. I ain't even gonna care.
Warp drive active.
I fit the aggregator. Yeah, this should be no problem. You can see flight range 27 kilometers, 105 HP kinetic damage. Boom! Owned him that fast. Now that's beautiful. So yeah, that was missiles.
Warp drive active.
It was easy enough. Now, to be fair though, many advanced Caldari designs utilize missiles and others will use focus on a hybrid system. For example, the Condor we used earlier was exclusively a missile ship. The Merlin we have been using has been exclusively a gunship. The Caldari do have more of a preeminence for missile systems. However, the Minmatar, some of the Minmatar ships do employ missile systems, as well as certain Tech 2 Amar ships will also use missile systems. But the Caldari are basically king of the hill when it comes to missiles. So that answers that mission. Okay. The next one. This covers FCs, fleet commanders. Basically, whenever you join a fleet, the guy who calls the shots is the fleet commander, the FC. And when the fleet commander speaks, you listen. And you do what he says. Now they're going to simulate this for us, but it's really not much to go by. Fleet command and things of that sort can vary from place to place. I'm a member of the CFC, one of the largest coalitions in the game. So when we go on fleet operations, it's pretty well established who's in charge. You typically do what you're told, otherwise you find yourself getting potted. Now this mission doesn't involve any violence, so we're just going to fly the noob ship because we can. And because, well, effort.
Warp drive active.
Of course we got this. Wish we could get rid of that for good. Just tell it to go away while we're doing this. So yeah, me and my trusty civilian light missile launcher will be okay. Surely. Nothing can go wrong with this plan. Here we go. Concord Commander, welcome to the fray, Egger. Order the fleet to hold its ground for the time being. We're going to send you to recover the hostages shortly. Move to the next area where the pirates are. They're expecting a negotiator, but we're sending you instead. You are not to engage unless I give the order. We need to maintain the appearance of peaceful negotiation until the safety of the hostages can be confirmed. Okay, so we'll go to the next area.
Warp drive active.
So, alright, good work. In a moment, we're going to request that the pirates relocate the hostages to the prison facility. You should see up ahead there, so that we can verify their safety. The moment they've done that, I want you to charge forward to that prison and get them out. Do not fire on anyone or anything. Your only objective is the safe rescue of the hostages. Once their recovery is confirmed, we'll deal with these scumbags ourselves. Now, of course, I didn't bring an afterburner, so this might take a while. Crickets, crickets. What's up, guys? I'm here to inspect your prisoners. I'm the prison building inspector, and I've come to inspect your facilities. So if you could please, step aside, calm down. I'm going to ensure that there are sufficient rats in the dungeon. Yoink. And the rats are gone. Okay.
Warp drive
because we can consider that a win. And that's one of the things about fleet commanding in a large group. If the commander tells you to do something, you do it to the best of your ability. If for some reason you can't, for example, he tells you to, for example, provide logistics to a player when you're not set up for that, you speak up and say, I can't do that, I'm not in a logistics ship. But otherwise, you do what he says, if you can. Most fleet commanders are cognizant of the pilots and the general scope of the abilities of various ships. So, for example, if I was in a frigate and I wasn't set up to tackle people, he would kind of look at me like I was dumb, because frigates are primarily used to tackle people. They usually won't expect you to do something like impossible. They're usually pretty easy to get along with. There's that mission. And the next mission. Okay. Now we get to cover the Stasis Web of Fire. Okay. You may have seen in this video I did for the stand, being webbed sucks because it takes away your speed advantage, and especially in frigates, speed is life. Webbing is typically used in conjunction with a warp disruption for the express purpose of preventing an enemy from escaping. You warp scramble him to make sure that he cannot warp away. You web him to ensure that he cannot use his speed to evade your warp scrambling. You also make sure that he can't run to a gate or otherwise dock up. It's used to control range and dictate what an enemy has access to. Let's see, as you can see here, different webs have different ranges and strengths. Rare modules can reach much further. One example will be the Federation Navy version of the Stasis Web of Fire. It's fairly expensive, but it is very popular. It is very, very effective at slowing things down. I'll pull up the market just to show you. Now the Stasis Web of Fire reduces the maximum speed of a ship that effectively entangle the target. The standard Stasis Web of Fire reduces maximum speed by 50%. So a ship going 100 kilometers per second, when hit with this, will be reduced to 50 meters per second. Stacking, so forth and so on. That's why you notice the Condor in the prior video. I was able to move at a few hundred meters per second, even without an afterburner on that Condor, because Condors are meant to be fast. But I got hit by 3 webs, and I was down to 15 meters a second in a hurry. And that is what enabled those much larger ships to be able to fire on me because I had no velocity. And if I don't have velocity, it means I'm much easier to hit with much larger guns. And especially for ships like the Jaguar, the Stabber fleet issue, the Vagabond, the Dramiel. These are very high-speed ships, and they survive, by the most part, by their speed. If you can land webs on them and a point on them, then it comes down to the skill of the pilot, because you just took his speed advantage away. And most of those ships do not have a lot of defensive capabilities outside of their speed. So we'll go get this on, and we're going to jump back into the Merlin for this. I should have a civilian stasis web of fire. Here we go. Civilian stasis web of fire. Fit to active ship. And then dock. Group and reload our guns.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Get out of here, Edgar. Oh, he's not very nice, is he? I need to teach you some manners, friend. Now we gotta use our afterburner to catch up with this guy, because he is running like a little scared little man-child. Of course, we locked him. He's locking us back. Bouncing off rocks. Go ahead and cut the afterburners. We're almost within range. Now this one only reduces by 35, but that's really not the point. 10 kilometers. Apparently he's going fairly quick. And we got him. He doesn't like you doing that to him.
Warp drive active.
Apparently Concord took care of that. Right. Now we may be getting near the end here. You should have gotten a destroyer skill book for your race. Caldari Destroyer, Minmatar Destroyer, Amar Destroyer, Galiente Destroyer. You want to have that injected and train it to skill level 1, because you will need it for the final mission. See, they give it as a reward for this mission. So we're going to complete this mission. Now I already have it trained. In my big unruly massive skills. As you can see, Keldar Destroyer 4. So I don't need to use that book to inject it. I already have it. Now, this is where things are going to get real. Do not request the next mission. Don't accept the next mission just yet. This mission is very hard. You will be given a destroyer. Odds are the first time you play, you might lose it. So we're going to do this very carefully. And this mission is going to have its own episode. So, till then, I'll see you next time.